Good afternoon. Today we're down here on the Whisk'e'y River. It's a little river that flows through south central Kansas, west of I-35. It's a shallow, sandy river common in this part of south central Kansas. The further you get from I-35 going west, the more shallow, sandy all the rivers become. And it's just one of those little cute little rivers. It's a cute little low water crossing. It's a newer spot. There used to be a different bridge in here. Last time I was here, it's all changed now. This is a much newer, much different bridge actually. So anyway, we used to come here when I was a kid occasionally. Dad would bring us down here, we'd catch some fish. My dad took us all over the place. We had a good time. So a lot of these things I visit like this are just out of memory. Anyway, what I'm here today about is Talisker 10. Talisker 10 is the Isle of Skye, the only distillery on the Isle of Skye. I have had the Talisker Storm. The Talisker Storm, I did not care for. I forgot my little table today, so you guys will have to bear with me. There's going to be some up and downs and all the other fun stuff. But I was able to purchase this actually, and I told them I'd give them a little shout out, and they're a good little place to go. It's called Burgart Liquor, Wichita, Kansas, the drop zone since 1963. I don't know if I got that centered for you guys well enough or not, but they gave me a little sticker and treat you right. Talisker 10 usually sells, it's in that $80+ range. Here lately it's been coming down. We've been seeing it at a more reasonable price in our area. And I was in there the other day and they had it on sale. They only had one bottle left, had it on sale for $66, $66.49 or something like that. So I bought it because I'd never had Talisker 10. And my initial thoughts with the Storm, when I published that one last year sometime, or actually I've been 2017 I think, was real hit and miss. This is much different. This is a very different whiskey than the Storm. It is 45.8% alcohol by volume. This is, I think it was a 2010 bottling off the laser coat if I remember right on the back. So it is a little older bottling they had, and you can tell that because it has the 10 plus, and then got the ocean on the blue box itself. It's just the standard blue box. The 10 is more centered. On the newer ones, the 10 is on the newer ones, the 10 will be a little off, more centered, a little different label, not much different, but a little different. Anyway, that being said, I don't know if there's much of a difference between them or not. I couldn't tell you, but oh Lord, I love this stuff. This has been look what was in my pocket. This has been a very eye-opening experience to me because it is so much different than the Storm. And in the price realm of things, the Talisker 10, and it's a Diageo product, it's a lot more expensive than the Ardbeg or Lefroy 10s, the Islay peaty ones. But it is, I wouldn't never pay the price to buy it, because a 10 or even a 12 for the amount of money they asked for always seemed a little bit high to me. At 70 to 80 bucks, I would replace this bottle, no problem. And that's where I stand on this. And I even started the review yet. I don't know about natural color, chill filtration. I'm not sure if it said anything to that nature on the box. So I'm not really care too much, in all honesty. It's considered one of the 6 classic malts: Talisker, Glenkinchie, Dalwhinnie, Cragganmore, Oban, and Lagavulin. But no, there is no mention of anything like that. I do go in the history on my Storm review a little bit, so if you want to see the history of it, check out the Storm. I give a little bit of a history of it. But You know, let's just get down to the review so we can get on with this mess. Smoke hits you up front. It's a good, fairly oily, fairly viscous and oily. But you do get the smoke, and it's a sweet peat smoke. It's not the campfire or the cigarette or the medicinal. Oh, I don't really see much going on in the way of Scotch mist, so I imagine it is chill filtered. Because it's kind of, oh, it's probably 38 degrees, 40 degrees out. Down next to this water, I had to put a hat on. It's cold. And there's a sweetness to this. It's more of a refined sugar with just a little bit of honey. There's some spiciness in there. And there's a little salt on the nose. I can even get a little saltiness that comes across. Just a little bit of barrel character. Not a lot, but just a little bit of barrel character. And it's kind of an old leather. Just a light old leather barrel character in this. Okay, let's go for the palate. You get the smoke. You get a warm spiciness. Very warm spiciness. And you get a touch of that peat note that comes across. Not medicinal, not campfire. It's hard to describe. It's just a touch of that warm peat that just kind of coalesces across the palate. It's sweet. The sweet balances the spice, balances the peat. It's going three different directions. As we get in the finish, there's a slight citrus background in the finish. Orange, but not a sweet, not a like a blood orange. Slightly sour citrus. It's not a, but it's not. Okay, when I say sour citrus, don't think it's something sour that's going to go. No, it's just a very, very, I mean, just faint and accentuating. It's not dominating in any means. It's there and it helps the profile. There's a maltiness. A little bit of a maritime note. Coming in with the salt. Almost a little not seaweed. a hint of that salt and that little oceanic air. That when you breathe it, you know, and I've mentioned this before, when you get close to the ocean, you start breathing, you get that little oceanic air. It's not if you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. It's not like seaweed or some stale vegetal oceanic vegetation junk. I'm talking with my hands. It's, I don't know. It's just got that salty, oceanic touch to it. And we're still finishing with the little bit of the orange. We're finishing with that orange. And just a touch of honey. Just a touch. I like this stuff. How much battery do I got left? I think I got plenty. I really like this. Cold day like today, this fits. This belongs. $90 out of 100. I really like this that well. It really works well with my palate. Yes, it's more expensive than the other PD10s you're going to get. And it's not got the heavy dominant peat that the Lafroigs and the Ardbegs have. But it delivers it in a very different way. And that really appeals to me. 90 out of 100. Better get off here. Everybody, the Skye River. Step out of your way a little bit more, maybe you can see a little better. Remember, the spirit in your glass isn't running from you. Take your time, sip it, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as will we all. So everyone have a good evening.